Mike, I gotta tell you about something. You're gonna love this, I think.
All right, what you got for me, man?
I think I found my new favorite restaurant in town, and oh boy.
Oh yeah?
Oh man, you would love this place. So here I am on the weekend, I've got a little bit of extra cash in my wallet because it was just my birthday, as we talked about last week. And I was like, I don't really want to make anything at home. What have we got around that I can try?
Okay.
So initially I'm looking for pizza, and I don't really find any pizza that I'm that interested in. But while looking at one of the pizza restaurants, I saw a burger, and I was like, okay, now I kind of want a burger. So I started looking for burgers, and I found a place that looked like it had decent burgers. But then I was scrolling through their menu, and they had something on the menu that I just had to try. So I order it for pickup. I drive down to the restaurant, and it's in a lovely part of town. And unlike the last time I got pickup, this place was actually like a place that does pickup, so I didn't have to sit there for a fucking hour to get my food, which was fantastic.
Okay.
And I get my food, and the girl at the counter, she kind of hands me this bag with like this look in her eyes, almost like she's trying to warn me, like, are you sure you're ready for this, son?
Uh-oh.
And so I take it home, and I'm still kind of in disbelief because, like, reading the menu, it didn't seem like this was a real thing. And so I'm still kind of in disbelief. And I open up the bag and I start pulling all the stuff out, and I unwrap it, and I'm looking at this thing on my plate. And let me tell you about this. So take macaroni and cheese.
All right.
Chicken tenders.
Okay.
French fries.
Okay.
And barbecue sauce.
All right.
They put all of those things into a roll, and that's what they gave me.
A roll, like, okay, hold on. Let me just clarify. Like, they cut a roll and made like a sandwich out of all of it, or they stuffed it?
Yes.
Okay, it's a sandwich. Okay.
It was essentially a sandwich, yes.
Okay.
A sandwich full of just so much garbage junk food, not a vegetable in sight.
Oh, that sounds freaking fantastic.
It was amazing. But like, dude, I was just like looking at the menu, and they got all kinds of shit like this. Like, let me read off some of their other options. Like, that's just the one that I went for, but they have all kinds of shit. Like, oh my God. What else do they got? Okay, so they got one that is cheesesteak, chicken fingers, mozzarella sticks, French fries, and honey mustard.
Okay, I don't like honey mustard, but the rest of that sounds amazing.
They got one that is let me see. Jalapeno poppers, cheesesteak, chicken fingers, French fries, and buffalo ranch. I might have to try that one next time.
Hell yeah, that sounds delicious.
Oh, they like half their menu is shit like this, and like I gotta reiterate, not a goddamn vegetable in sight.
That's awesome, man.
I love it, dude. I love it.
Now, did you say this was a pizza place that does this?
No, they have burgers. That's what I was looking at their burgers, and then I found this instead.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I gotcha. Damn, it sounds like you struck gold there, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, it was so fucking good. It was like too much. Like, I got a 9-incher, and I couldn't handle it, bro. I had to put half of it in the fridge.
Oh, damn. Hell yeah. How was it for the second time around?
It was fine. I mean, the French fries in particular, like, French fries don't reheat that well, but it reheated pretty well, all things considered.
Nice. Did you reheat that in your toaster oven?
I did not think to do that. No, I used the microwave.
Oh, your toaster oven probably would have been pretty epic for that. But either way, it sounds like you really struck gold on that originally, man. That sounds awesome.
It was so goddamn good.
Hell yeah. Do we want to give a shout out to this place?
I don't really want to say where I live per se. It's pretty close to where I live, so.
Okay, that's fair enough. All right on. Nice. Yeah, you'll have to hit that up again and let us all know how the rest of it is.
Yeah, it was a true diamond in the rough, I feel.
Nice, man. Well, that's awesome. Um, so you said you weren't doing anything for your birthday, but I know your mommy loves you. Did she treat you to any nice birthday present?
I got a $75 Amazon gift card.
That's pretty damn solid right there. That's a good one.
Yeah, it was good. It's what I asked for because I've been reading a lot of like comics lately, and I read them all through Kindle. So Kindle's owned by Amazon. Bada bing, bada boom. I got some free books.
All right. Nice. You do anything else? Anything else for your birthday?
Nope. I live streamed and I guilt tripped my viewers into giving me money, and they did.
Nice. And then you use that to go get yourself a Fat Daddy sandwich.
Well, no. I used the money my grandparents gave me in particular, but sort of.
I mean, money's money, right?
Yes and no. None of the money that I make off of Twitch or YouTube goes to me. It all goes into my savings, and I use it when I need to buy something for the channel.
Okay, I gotcha. All right.
I don't want anybody thinking I took their money to buy food. Which, I mean, if that was my primary form of income, that'd be fine. But since it isn't, I don't feel right using it that way.
I gotcha. Well, that's cool, man. My boy Mike and his wife Jess and baby Theo were in town on Saturday. We like I said last week, we were gonna take in the Tigers game, which we did. It was a good time. They went early for an autograph signing, and they met a very nice gentleman. I do not remember his name, but they met some guy while they were just like standing around, and he like gave them passes to get into the game early, and they're like, "Hey, you should come in early too." So I got in early, which was awesome. We got like a food voucher, and got to take in a few little like season ticket holder events that we wouldn't normally get to partake in. Which was
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And part of that was we got to watch the Tigers take batting practice, which normally by the time gates open, you only get to see the visiting team take batting practice. So Mike and I were standing out in the outfield, and there were only like, I don't know, maybe like not even 10 of us out there. And so I during batting practice, I caught a home run. So
Nice.
I got that baseball, and Mike got a couple baseballs, and at one point he had his baby strapped to his chest, and yelled at one of the opposing players to toss him a ball for his kid, and they did. So that was pretty sweet.
Man, really using that baby power to just fucking steal from your kid, huh?
Yeah, I mean, what else are you gonna do? You gotta abuse that kid as long as you can. You know, they're only.
Let's go ahead. Anybody listen? Go ahead and clip that completely out of context. Thank you.
Nice. Yeah, so it was cool, but we spent a long time at the ballpark. We were there I was there like a good 7 hours. They were there like an hour and a half before I was. It wasn't extremely hot that day. It was actually pretty nice. It was like high 60s, low 70s, but it was pure sun and we all got pretty burnt. Mine's already turned into a pretty decent little tan I got going on here. So
Yeah, that ain't bad.
yeah, pretty happy about that. That was pretty poggers. But now it's hot as balls again, and it's almost 100 degrees outside right now. So that's not great.
That's pretty bad. That's pretty rough. Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, last I checked, it was like well, let me see what it is right now. It is down slightly. I don't know what the high was today, but right now it's 6 p.m. and it's 96 degrees out and sunny, and the feels like temp is 103. So it's pretty damn miserable outside.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty rough.
Yep. But yeah, it looks like extended forecast is supposed to be pretty damn hot for the foreseeable future. Yeah, it looks like mid to high 80s for the next, like, past 4th of July. So yeah, I'm just gonna be sweating my balls off out here. Hopefully you don't have that kind of weather by you.
No, it's still pretty nice around here. I mean, it's definitely warmer, but
all right,
we're still good. We're still good.
Right on. Good. Your buddies with the barbecue truck, are they open? They're open, right?
Yes, they are open. I did not. So I had heard they were doing a soft open last Thursday, which was my birthday, which was a day I was planning on streaming, so I couldn't go. No, I was not aware that they were planning to stay open for the full weekend, so I missed their opening weekend, unfortunately. But I'm going to go this weekend.
Nice. Yeah, check them out, support them. I mean, obviously I can't, but I did see their social media that they were going to be opening. They had a post that was like opening tomorrow. So I was curious if you went and checked them out yet.
I have not. I feel bad that I missed it, but at the same time I didn't know, so you know.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, damn, their food looks so good.
They know what they're doing, man. They're good at that shit.
Hell yeah, they are. My buddy Tim, who listens pretty regularly, the one out in Yellowstone, he brought up a good point about us talking about the ice cream truck. He said he had an ice cream truck that rolled through his neighborhood like pretty much every day. And I was like, oh, really? Damn, you were so lucky. And he's like, yeah, but when like 75% of the time your mom says you can't get it, that really sucks. It's just like getting teased at that point. It's better to just not have an ice cream truck.
Yeah, that's very understandable.
Yeah. So we didn't quite think that through, but you know, not having one, why would we think of that?
Yeah.
So, yeah, sucks to suck, but at least I guess that was an option for him some of the time, when that was an option for us almost none of the time.
I understand that. I definitely understand that disappointment though. That's the thing too. Like I did have an ice cream truck in my neighborhood every now and then, but even when it was there, it really wasn't something I got to do very often.
Yeah. So, you know, whatevs. I don't know if it's just this time of year or if it's like really bad this season or if it's because I've been having my my sliding door open a lot and just like the screen open to like try and cool it down. But fruit flies are horrible right now. I've got them like damn near everywhere and it fucking sucks. They're like attacking me as I sit here and talk.
This is going to sound like some like, I don't know, like fucking Midwestern remedy shit, but I promise it works. Pour boiling water down your drains once a day for like 3 weeks.
Boiling water. Okay. Yeah, fine.
I had fly problems at my last apartment, and that worked every time. I don't know why. I think they set up nests in your drains.
That sounds about
it's
right.
It's like a moist place for them to chill.
Yeah.
So you can burn them out, and they'll disappear completely after like a week and a half. But you got to keep doing it, or they'll come back.
Okay. All right. Good suggestion. I'll give that a try. You're right.
That has worked for me every time. It sounds stupid, but it works.
You're right. It does sound like some crunchy granola hippie shit, but at this point, fuck, I'll try it.
I'm down for some crunchy granola hippie shit.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, because fruit flies fucking suck.
They're so goddamn annoying.
Yeah, especially like when they just like land on you. Ugh, gross. Yeah, don't like it. Not a fan.
They'll like buzz around my head when I'm streaming, and it drives me fucking nuts.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I will definitely give that a shot. I will start doing that today, and hopefully by next week they'll be gone. But we'll see.
Yeah, but you got to make sure to keep doing it after they're gone, because for a little while. I mean, not every day forever, but
right.
They'll like slowly die off. You'll think they're gone, but they won't be.
Yeah, I gotcha. You got anything exciting coming up this week?
Well, it's 24-hour live stream week. I completely forgot to mention it last week, so that's a missed opportunity. But
oh damn. Yeah, well, that'll be exciting. Hopefully Mike and we'll have a little bit of time on Saturday to check it out. I'm heading out to Grand Rapids to go visit him on Saturday. Saturday's his birthday, and he wants to play wiffle ball like adults do. So let's fucking go, boys. Let's go play some wiffle ball.
Hell yeah.
Yep. So I got that to look forward to this weekend. And then, because this won't come out until Monday, I'm going to visit my dad for 4th of July. Like I've mentioned, we are going to be cooking up some meats all weekend. I don't know if I mentioned this last week or not, but I came across a meat website that
a what now?
A website that like sells mail ordered meats.
Okay.
And they're supposed to be like super high quality and about grocery store prices and next to nothing for shipping. In fact, your first order ships free, and then it's like they have one option where you can do like a yearly subscription for like, it's like under $30. It's like $29 a year for free shipping, or you can do like $2.95 a month for unlimited free shipping. So, yeah, I'm gonna give them a shot because they have that Brazilian picanha that Andre and I used to always talk about and grill. And it's really hard to find it around here, and meat's super expensive right now. And
sure is.
And they're very, very reasonable on this website, like around the price that we used to pay in store, like 3-4 years ago. So, yeah, I'm gonna introduce my dad to that and do a full-on Brazilian barbecue with him. So, on top of making the brisket. So, yeah, it's gonna be a pretty epic 4th of July weekend. I'm looking forward to that.
Sounds great, man.
Yeah. I 4th of July isn't usually like a big holiday for me, and not that I'm doing a ton of like 4th of July related things, but yeah, gonna chill with my dad. We're gonna do that. We're going to got a couple other things on the menu, some other Brazilian accompaniments, and some delicious garlic cheese bread that Andre taught me how to make. And what else we doing? We're gonna do some smoked cream cheese. Gonna bust into my beer cellar at home, which is in my dad's basement, and pull out some good aged beers. I'm gonna pick up some cigars, and we're gonna just bro out for 3 days and have a good time. So I'm
sounds fun.
Yeah, I'm actually
zero plans for that.
What's that?
I have zero plans for 4th of July weekend.
I gotcha. I'm just, again, it's not really anything 4th of July related, but just gonna enjoy the long weekend and yeah, have a good time. I didn't get to see my dad for Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, Dad. I know you don't listen, or at least if you do, you don't mention it to me, which is totally cool. That just passed the other day. So yeah, we're gonna get to celebrate that. I'll give him his Father's Day present, and yeah, it'll be cool. I'm excited.
Good. Sounds fun, man.
Yeah. Pretty stoked for that. So, yeah.
I have continued to catch up on my Marvel movies, as I talked about a bit last week.
You did. What have you watched?
So I watched Eternals and Spider-Man No Way Home, which is the third Marvel Spider-Man movie.
Are all the Spider-Man movies not Marvel?
Yes and no. So in a technical sense, yes, because Spider-Man is like a Marvel IP. But back in the early 2000s, Marvel was like pretty close to going bankrupt, as absurd as it is as that is to imagine today. So they sold off a lot of their most profitable IPs, including Spider-Man, who went to Sony. So there are two other like Sony Spider-Man movie sets. There's the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans that came out in like the early 2000s. There's the Amazing Spider-Mans, which I don't remember when those came out. And then there's the MCU Spider-Mans. So there's between all of those, there's 3 Tobey Maguires, 2 Andrew Garfields, which is the Amazing Spider-Man, and now 3 Tom Hollands, which is the MCU Spider-Man.
Okay. Actually, it's funny that you explain all that and how all that works, because the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans, I've actually seen and own all 3 of those, and I think those are pretty good, but I generally steer pretty clear of the rest of the Marvel movies outside of Iron Man and maybe Iron Man 2. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, I have never seen those Spider-Man movies. It's on my bucket list, but I haven't gotten around to it.
Okay.
But I really like the Marvel Spider-Man movies. I think they're some of the better movies in the Marvel catalog, and the most recent one that I just watched, Spider-Man No Way Home, was really good. Really good. I really liked that one a lot. I'll talk a little bit about it, since I know you're not gonna watch it. So if anybody's afraid of Spider-Man No Way Home spoilers, go ahead and skip ahead a bit, because I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. It was really good. So, after the fact that we've covered those other 2 sets of Spider-Mans is relevant, because a major plot point of No Way Home is that because of some fuckery, multiverses are merging together. So there's different villains from the other movies coming into the MCU Spider-Man's world to like fuck with him.
Okay.
And along with that, partway into the film, both of the other Spider-Mans also become involved in the story.
Oh, okay. Is Tobey
And we're not talking like it's the original actors. It's Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield.
Oh, that's so weird. Okay.
It's weird, but it's also really cool. And it's not like a quick cameo thing. Like they're an integral part of the plot, which I think is really cool.
Okay. Nice.
So just that was cool. I liked. I'm not going to talk too much else about it. It was one of the more solid MCU movies. I really liked it a lot. And I really liked that aspect of it. I thought that was really fun. The like chemistry between all three Spider-Man was really good in the movie. I really liked it a lot. So it was good. It was a good time.
Nice. Well, that's cool.
Now, in contrast to that, Eternals is, I think, the worst Marvel movie I have ever seen.
Really?
Yeah, and, you know, Thor Dark World is kind of popularly thought of as the worst MCU movie. I believe that Eternals is worse than Thor Dark World by, like, a lot. It's so fucking bad.
Okay.
It's like super lazy. There's so much like plot convenience and plot contrivance and like pointless plot threads that don't go anywhere and just and it's 2.5 hours long. It could have been half that length.
Oh,
it was so boring and so fucking long. And I just let me just give you an idea of like how fucking bad this shit is. So Eternals, the plot is that like there's a god, basically he's called a primordial who like creates worlds, and so he sent these guys, they're called Eternals, to Earth in like the beginning of like human life, because there are these creatures that show up on planets with intelligent life to try to kill them and eat them. And so the Eternals are sent to protect intelligent life until they're strong enough to protect themselves. So that's what the Eternals are. They're basically like immortal gods who come to protect Earth.
They're like babysitters.
Yeah, basically. And so they come around like when humanity is first dawning, and the story takes place like 7,000 years later in modern day, when they've been watching over Earth for a really long time. And to the point that Earth has really progressed to a point that they really don't need their protection anymore. And all these monsters, they're called the monsters that come and attack humans. They're called deviants, and deviants are basically wiped out by these guys. So they're really not necessarily just waiting for them to be called back by like the god that sent them there in the first place. So immediately there's some real bullshit going on.
Okay.
Immediately. So first of all, like the main Eternal the story follows, her name is Cersei, and she's dating a human named Dane. And that is not even remotely important to know, because Dane is in like the first 15 minutes of the movie. Then Cersei fucks off to do her shit, and Dane is completely irrelevant to the plot going forward. He is an entirely unnecessary character who never does or affects anything.
Oh, okay.
Is unbelievably shit, isn't it?
Yeah, that's just plot filler right there.
So my theory on Dane, he reappears at the very end of the movie. My theory on Dane is that he is a plant that foreshadows a later development in the MCU, which is not an unheard of tactic for Marvel to do. They like to find a way to connect everything together. But generally speaking, when they foreshadow things that are going to be presented later, it's either irrelevant to the plot at hand, or it will be relevant to the plot at hand. Dane is just completely not, he's a non-character. He just kind of exists in the world. And then at the very end of the movie, he's like talking to Cersei, and he's like, turns out my family has more going on than I thought. And that's all he says. And it sounds to me like Dane is going to be another superhero at some point. But he has no fucking relevance in the movie, so he's just there to be introduced.
Oh, man.
Which is so shit. It's so shit.
Yeah, that is shit. Damn.
Okay, so then along with Cersei is a character named Sprite, and Sprite is another one of the Eternals. I don't know why she's named after a soda. I didn't really question it. Her name is Sprite. That's all I know. Sprite has kind of like a character issue. Like her problem is they're immortal, so they don't age. But for some reason, the primordial that made them made Sprite just look like a teenage girl. So she looks like a teenage girl, but isn't one. And she has an issue because she's in love with another one of the Eternals. His name is Icarus, and Icarus is like the biggest, strongest of the Eternals, and she's in love with him, but she can't be with him because she looks like a kid. Why that matters to immortal god beings, I don't know, but it does, I guess.
Okay.
So really late into the movie, Icarus ends up like betraying everybody, and Sprite goes with him because Sprite's in love with Icarus, right? As far as I know, her issue with like being in love with him is purely motivation for her to ultimately betray everybody else. But her betrayal doesn't mean anything because like in like the climax of the movie, she ends up stabbing Cersei in the back, literally. But the fact that Cersei gets stabbed doesn't affect her at all. It doesn't change her ability to do the things that she needs to do and has no impact whatsoever.
Okay.
So Sprite as a character did nothing. Her motivations didn't matter. Why did she exist? My guess is that she exists in the comics, so they had to make her exist in the movie, but they couldn't find a way to actually make her part of the story, so they just didn't.
Oof. Ugh. Okay.
So at the beginning of the movie, a deviant comes and attacks Cersei, Sprite, and Icarus. And they're like, what the fuck? The deviants are back. I thought we killed all of them. And so they fight the deviant for a bit. They injure it. And then they just decide to stop fighting it. Like, they know it isn't dead. They know they didn't kill it, but they just don't fucking kill it for some reason.
Ugh. Okay.
I don't know why. This sounds fake. It sounds like I'm making this up. It sounds like I'm slandering the movie, but I don't understand how anyone could write this and think it's okay.
Yeah. I don't,
like the writer, the writer who did it should be ashamed of themselves, but whoever at fucking Marvel Studios approved this script should be ashamed of themselves. This sucks. It's so shit.
Damn. Ugh.
So they don't end up killing this deviant. They just leave it alive, and then they go around to like collect the other Eternals because they're like, oh, I guess the deviants are back. We gotta like protect the humans, so we got to get everybody together to fight the deviants again. And then they find out that one of the deviants has been killed, and she's like their leader. And so since she's not the leader anymore, Cersei becomes the leader. And because she's the leader, she can talk to the primordial god who made all of them. And then she finds out the ultimate truth, which is that Earth is an egg for a baby primordial that is going to emerge. And when it emerges, it's going to destroy the world. And the Eternals are just supposed to let that happen. But Cersei doesn't want to let that happen because she likes the humans that are on the Earth. That's fine. Okay. I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
They end up collecting all the other Eternals. And then the deviant that they didn't kill reappears, and it turns out that he absorbed the powers of the one Eternal who got killed, and then it kills another Eternal and absorbs their power too. And because he's now absorbed two Eternals, he like gains sentience and becomes intelligent and starts talking and philosophizing and shit, right?
Okay.
Now, you'd think that would be important.
You would think
that deviant would become like a primary threat.
Right.
But no. The fact that its intelligence has intelligence serves no purpose. It gets killed in a super anticlimactic way in the climax of the movie. It's not even the primary threat. It serves absolutely zero purpose. The fact that it has intelligence serves zero purpose. It may as well not exist. I don't know why it does exist.
Oh, God. Okay.
But
this is my thoughts. This is how I feel about most of the Marvel movies, but continue.
Okay, as someone who's seen all of them, this is not how they are. This is a special exception.
Okay, but I'll take your word for it.
But it gets worse.
Oh no.
So once they've collected all the Eternals together, Cersei explains like the situation and wants their help to stop the primordial from emerging. That's when Icarus goes and betrays them and is like, no, we have to let the Eternal emerge because that's what the primordial wants. And they end up fighting for a bit, and then Icarus and Sprite end up betraying and defecting, and they go fuck off to do their own thing. And then there's this other guy. He's another one of the Eternals. I won't say his name because I don't even remember it because he's not that important. He decides he doesn't agree with trying to stop the immortal. He doesn't agree with trying to stop the primordial from emerging, but he doesn't want to fight with his friends. So he's like, I'm not going to get involved with this fight, and he fucks off out of the story. That's it. That's his. He actually, like, when he decided not to be a part of it, I thought in my head, I was like, this is so obvious. They're going to bring him back in the middle of the fight and he's going to end up helping everybody anyway. But no, he legitimately just fucks off out of the story and stops being involved.
Oh, Lord.
Like, what the fuck? Write this guy out of the story. You clearly didn't know what to do with him. What the fuck?
Yeah. Damn. Okay.
It pissed me off so much. And so, okay, last thing I'll talk about. So they decide that in order to stop the primordial, they have to like put it to sleep. So one of the Eternals has the ability to control minds, but he can't control minds well enough to stop the primordial because the primordial is like super strong. So there's another Eternal that has the ability to like create super advanced technology. So he creates this technology that allows them all to pool their power together so that he can like get ultra powerful so that he can put the primordial to sleep. That makes sense. So when the primordial starts to emerge, that's exactly what they do. They all pool their power together, and this guy starts to put the primordial to sleep, and it's working. You can tell it's working. And then Icarus comes over. He beats the guy up, and then they decide, oh, actually, Cersei, you have to do it. Even though it was working, you have to do it now because I don't know. They don't explain that part.
Huh. Oh, okay.
So Cersei has the power to change substances from one thing to another. So she can like turn a rock into water, right? So their plan is just to turn the primordial into something else using Cersei's power. And again, they have to like pool their power together in order to make her strong enough to do it. The primordial is emerging out of the ground. She's trying to turn it into something else. It's working. Icarus shows up. He goes to like kill Cersei, but then decides he can't because he loves her. That's it. That's his reason. It's kind of shit that he kind of just was okay with killing everybody else, but only her. I don't know. It's stupid. And then he in the course of their battle destroyed all the technology that made it possible for them to pool their power. So you'd think it wouldn't be possible anymore, but then they just are able to for no reason. They're all able to pool their power, even the guys who never had like the technology to begin with. So she turns the primordial into ice, and then Icarus flies into the sun and he kills himself. And it all ends up being okay.
Okay. Yeah, that
fucking sucks.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It sounds like a colossal waste of time.
It makes me so fucking mad. Oh, it was so bad. It was such a waste of time. Like the Marvel movies. I don't watch those movies for like their incredible plot. You know, there's only a few of those movies that I would count as like having like an actually really decent plot. I watch them for like dumb fun action that is fun to watch. But like Eternals wasn't even fun to watch. It was aggravating to watch because it was so bad.
Now, is that the most recent Marvel movie?
No, it came out in 2021.
Okay, have you seen whatever came out after that?
Yes, Spider-Man No Way Home came out next and is one of the best Marvel movies in my opinion.
Okay, and none of this gets tied into the next film.
No.
What the fuck, man?
I imagine they'll have, I mean, they set up plot threads at the end. Like the Eternals are going to be involved in like the MCU later. But God damn, I really hope the next person who makes one of the movies has like an actually decent writer. Cause like, holy shit, they started off on the wrong foot.
Oh God. Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah, yeah, just what a waste of time.
It sucked ass. I was pissed. I felt like I lost 2.5 hours off my life.
Damn, I'm sorry, bro. It sounds like the only thing that I've watched in the last week was way more enjoyable. I watched that game show that I mentioned last week called Floor is Lava. That was only 5 half-hour episodes. So I didn't really waste a whole lot more time than you did. And that was super entertaining. They totally like made a new game show format for season 2, but with keeping the original premise.
That's great, man. I'm happy for you.
Yeah. Yeah, so from what I remember, the first season, which I haven't seen in a couple years, it was just like one team against another team in like a race against the clock. You got to go through obstacles and stuff and not fall into basically a giant swimming pool, which is the lava. It's red, as you would expect. But this season,
period blood, got it.
Yeah, yes, exactly. This season they had 3 teams compete, and the top 2 had to battle their way up a volcano. And it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. I wish it was more than 5 episodes. Highly suggest watching it. Floor is Lava on Netflix, but don't binge it. Just
watch one episode, give it a couple days, watch another.
Yeah. Go outside, people. Enjoy some fresh air. Unless it's hot as balls like it is here, then maybe don't go outside. But you don't have to binge it.
No, sir.
Yeah, so if you get bored and you want something to watch, Floor is Lava. Check it out.
I have started to watch something new over the past week.
Yeah, what's that?
I started to watch The Grand Tour.
I don't think I know what that is, but if you explain it, maybe I do.
So it's essentially Top Gear 2.0. It's the Top Gear guys doing Top Gear things, but it's not under Top Gear name anymore.
Okay. That's kind of cool. I didn't think you'd be into Top Gear.
I'm not a car guy. But I do really like the guys on that show. I think they're very funny and they come up with really interesting things to do, when it depends a lot on the episode. The thing I really like about the Grand Tour, they have a really strong focus on like traveling and doing funny or interesting things in different parts of the world. So, there are the episodes where they just like focus on like, oh, here's the newest, greatest car, let's check it out. And that's whatever. But like the episodes that I really like are like, they traveled to China and, they just basically traveled around the country in some like American luxury vehicles. And the whole premise of it was like, oh, China has their own vehicle market and their own like luxury vehicles. Let's show China how great like Western luxury vehicles are on a budget. And they had a bunch of like really funny challenges associated with that. Like they partway through their travels, they were like, if we're really trying to show how great luxury cars are, then we should get chauffeurs because businessmen would be in the back of the car.
Right.
And on top of that, they were like, well, now that we've got all this extra time on our hands since we're not driving, what can we do with that? So they each modified their car to like do something weird. So like Jeremy Clarkson, he set up his car to have like a bed in it, and he just slept in his car.
Okay.
And his whole thing was like convenience and comfortability. So he had he hired a guy to like sit in the trunk of the car, and he had like the cup holder on the back seat flipped down so the guy could like hand him stuff from the trunk, which was really funny.
Nice.
And then James May had his car. He turned half of it into a sauna.
Okay.
He had like half the car like boarded off, and he had like a nice little sauna in half the car. But it was really funny because the chauffeur couldn't see out of the right side of the car. It was, yeah. So I like stuff like that. I like that kind of thing. I like seeing like what shenanigans they get up to in other countries, and I like seeing them like buy like budget cars and try to like keep them going as long as they can, and like see whatever struggles they end up with. And obviously, you know, it's TV. There's a lot of it that's probably faked. You know, they probably don't have nearly as many mechanical issues as they, you know, end up having.
Right. But you got to make it entertaining. So.
Right. But yeah, it's fun. So that's why I watch it. I really like the three guys. I really like seeing the more interesting stuff they do. So that's just been something I've been watching because I wanted something new to watch, but I also didn't want something I had to pay attention to because I needed something to watch while I was working on other stuff. So that's a great show for that. So the Grand Tour, recommend.
Nice, cool. Maybe I'll have to check that out. I've definitely watched some Top Gear over the years. And yeah, the guys are a good time. So maybe I'll go ahead and give that a little watchy watch.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah. Now I haven't actually checked it out yet, but so I moved into my current apartment. It was like nearing the end of 2019. It was like end of October 2019. And my pool just opened for the first time on Friday. Because it obviously when I moved in, it was cold here, pool was closed. That summer was 2020. COVID was flying around all over the place, so it never opened. Last summer, they decided to do a pool renovation, which, because of COVID, there was, you know, like a shortage of like construction workers, and that got delayed, and it never opened up last year. And then it took them until right now to get like the final authorization permits from like the city or whatever to open it. But I did go and take a look at it. It looks pretty nice. And they put in a couple of like built-in gas barbecue grills in like an outdoor kitchen type setup. Which I actually went and used yesterday. I cooked up a couple of burgers. I thought I'd go check it out, but I was still feeling a little sunburnt, so I didn't really want to spend too much time outside. But this is perfect timing with it being like near triple digits outside. So over the next couple weeks, I'm hoping to spend a decent amount of time in and around the pool. So pretty stoked for that.
Sounds good.
And I can do some grilling, so that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, nice. I'm
like almost more excited for the grills than I am the pool, because not really a big water person, but
well, yeah, that sounds like you.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of like grilling, and then I'll like lay next to the pool until I get way too hot, jump in, cool myself off, and then lay out and work on some tan a little bit. But Yeah, actual swimming isn't really too much in my wheelhouse, but um the entire pool area is something that I'll be enjoying here over the next couple weeks. So
Pool experience.
Yeah, the pool experience. Exactly. So, yeah, that'll be kind of fun. I'm excited for that.
Nice. Yeah, I'm not a I'm not a pool guy. Chlorine is really rough on my hair, which I know that sounds kind of goofy, but dear viewers, if you had my hair, you would understand.
Yeah, no, I mean, I certainly don't understand. I don't have enough hair to worry about, but yeah, I can imagine how chlorine or just really water in general is kind of the enemy of your hair.
Water in general isn't great, because like I've mentioned before, like washing my hair too super frequently isn't good for it because I don't have straight hair.
Yeah.
So getting it wet will remove a lot of those natural oils and stuff that sets in over time that my hair needs to stay comfortable. But then especially chlorine just strips it of any protection it would normally have.
Ugh, yeah. Damn.
It like makes it super dry and like damaged. It's no good.
Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have to worry about that. I have the opposite problem where I have to worry about my scalp burning.
That's understandable.
Because I don't have enough hair to protect it, and I have a bald spot and a giant forehead where my hairline is receding because well, I'd say it's because I'm old as fuck, but I've been losing my hair since I was probably like, goddamn, I don't know, like early 20s. So, yeah, either way, there's not a lot of hair there, and yeah, that's a real concern. I gotta worry about that. So
you're just genetically impaired.
I am. So, I should probably use some sunscreen more than I do, but my burns go away pretty quickly, and then I just get real dark as fuck. So, at that point, I really don't burn too much. So, I think I got my initial burn out of the way, which actually wasn't too bad, seeing is what, Sunday, Monday, 3 days, and I'm feeling pretty good and not burnt anymore. So, hell yeah, let's fucking go. It's on getting dark for the rest of the summer.
Poggers.
Yeah. I do have to be aware if I spend time outside with Lily that I gotta put sunscreen on her nose and her ears because she doesn't have a lot of hair either.
No,
the top of her nose is pink and the inside of her ears and the back of her ears are pretty pink regularly. So she can definitely get sunburnt, and yeah, it's recommended that I sunscreen her up. So that's always kind of goofy, putting sunscreen on a dog, but
it's important.
It is. You got to take care of your little babies.
Mm-hmm.
How's your baby Luna doing?
She's fine. I picked her up some new toys because I think she's been bored with her new ones, or with her old ones.
Nice. Did you get them from the tobacco/pet store?
Yes.
Nice. Along with your regular tobacco purchase.
Yeah. So with my ciggies and my chew.
Yeah, and your chew. Yeah, gotta pick up a tin of chew. Ugh.
That shit is so gross.
It really is. It really is. I don't know if you've ever tried it, but it's as disgusting as it looks.
I have never. I have zero interest.
Yeah. My freshman year at college, the guy across the hall used to he used to chew all the time. And, you know, as like a young, God, I was 17 when I went away to college. As a young 17, 18-year-old, I would sometimes join and partake, and it's freaking disgusting. I do not recommend that.
Did you ever like it, or did you try to like convince yourself that you liked it because you want to be like one of the cool kids?
You know, I think
or did you just know you were like, this fucking sucks?
I mean, I knew it was disgusting, but I think I tried to just like play it off like, oh yeah, this is cool. I like this. Even though it was still just completely disgusting.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. Way more disgusting than like even a cigarette. Cigars I do enjoy. That's a little different experience than a cigarette. But I know that sounds weird, but it is actually completely different. And actually
I've never
somewhat
had a
enjoyable.
cigar. I'm not really interested, so
yeah, I mean,
I have no frame of reference.
Yeah, I mean, probably not something that you should just start just to start, but yeah, I mean, having a nice cigar, sitting outside on a nice summer day as like you know, like once a month kind of activity. It's kind of enjoyable, but no, just lighting up a cigarette is pretty fucking disgusting. So I definitely do not recommend you try that for sure.
Yeah, no smoking, folks. It's very, very bad for you.
It is incredibly horrible for you.
In basically every imaginable way. There is zero upside.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. There really isn't. I mean, other than the fact that it looks cool, but other than that, you know, no upside at all.
Yeah, that you can just do that with tattoos though.
Yeah.
You want to look cool, just get a tattoo. Don't smoke.
Yeah. Yeah, don't start doing that. Once you start
if you want, you can get a tattoo of like a cigarette next to your mouth.
Right. Then
that'd be rad.
Then it looks like you're smoking, and you just like, you know, you just put your hand like over your mouth so that like it looks like your fingers are holding the cigarette.
Yeah, best of both worlds.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you look cool and you don't actually have to smoke. So, boom. Win, win, win.
That's a win right there.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, boys. I think we just solved the world's smoking problem.
I think we did. Big Tobacco's gonna be fucked when this episode comes out.
Oh fuck yeah, we're gonna be in trouble. They're gonna try and shut us down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But don't worry, dear viewers, they can't buy us off.
Hell no. Hell no. Even if they try and sponsor us, not happening.
Imagine next episode we have a fucking Marlboro sponsorship.
Oh god. What? This is what, episode 74?
Yeah.
Episode 75, folks. Sponsored by Camel Crush. Go ahead and smoke one up. No, don't do that. But that would be actually pretty hilarious if they sponsored like a single episode.
To reverse the damage that our podcast is inevitably going to do to their stocks.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Oh god. Damn. We got to get a sponsor.
Sponsor? I hardly know her.
Maybe you could get that barbecue food truck to sponsor us. That'd be pretty poggers.
That'd be cool.
I mean, we don't need like a big national sponsor. Just overnight me a sandwich and I'll be happy. I'll take that.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh,
I'll buy you 5 pounds of brisket and send it your way, just knowing that you already have brisket. potentially in your freezer.
Right? Oh God, yeah. Man, dude, I got so much meat in my freezer. It's kind of fucking ridiculous. I got like that almost 20-pound brisket, and I got like, I think I got like 2 like 7 or 8 pound pork butts in there, and a couple of corned beefs that I picked up at St. Patrick's Day time. So I got a lot of meat I'm sitting on right now.
Just a meat boy doing what meat boys do.
Exactly. But yeah, it's always fun. You poke around in the freezer and you're like, oh, I could make some pulled pork if I want. And that's why I do it.
Yeah.
That's why I do what I do.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I need to make some pulled pork one of these days.
I have made pulled pork. It's really good. It's really easy.
Yeah, I made it once like years ago. I did like an oven recipe. I know you've done like the slow cooker, but
yeah.
I mean, even in the oven, it was super easy. You just like cover it and leave it in there for like a bunch of hours and it's done. But yeah, I'll have to give that a try one of these days. I think one of them I'm going to use to make some al pastor tacos and maybe make my own tortillas. Tortilla. I love tacos al pastor. It's a fantastic taco filling. And it's not always the easiest to find. You got to find like a real good taqueria that has pastor. So yeah, been wanting to test out a recipe that I've got. So I'll have to update on that. That maybe that'll be the next time I go visit my dad. That might be like a Labor Day activity. Or I might actually...
Sounds like a plan.
I might actually take like a week vacation and just go visit my dad for a couple days and then and maybe have him come visit me for a little bit. Have dad crash at the pad for a while. That could be kind of fun.
And just cook up some meat nonstop.
Right? That's kind of the plan. Just a couple of meat boys doing what meat boys do.
And what a good plan it is.
Yep, I'm all for it.
You know what else is a good plan?
Ending this episode?
Not before they like it and or give it a 5-star review on Spotify.
Yes, please do that.
Now that sounds like a good plan to me.
That does. Yes.
Yeah, do it or I'll shoot you.